Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a player review. I was watching Newcastle last night and I was watching Saint-Maximin play, and I've seen him over the past few games, and I think he's actually a really underrated player, and he's been performing very well for Newcastle, probably one of Newcastle's best players at the moment. And so this is just going to be like a little player review. Obviously, I've got a bit of change of scenery here. I don't really need to do any sort of tactics or anything. It's just my opinion on Saint-Maximin, and I just think he's a pretty all-rounded centre forward. He can be a centre forward cam or on a wing, but I think recently he's been playing more centre forward for Newcastle. He's been doing a really good job there, I think. Like defensively, he's not exactly amazing. Like you wouldn't back him in a 1v1 tackle, but he tries really hard, and he works as hard as he can to like cut out passing lanes and try and stop the defense playing through to pass into the midfield, and he's trying to cut out that pass, which is really good, which is what a lot of teams like to do. They like to have they like to defend from the front, and he tries to do that very well. And I reckon with a bit more guidance, I reckon he could get that part of his game down to a T, and I think he will work because he works really hard, and I think that's like one of the key things about someone who's about teams that are trying to play from defending from the front, is you've got to have a lot of work rate, and you've got to be able to commit to getting back into position. Otherwise, if one person's out of position, then that can break down the whole system. But his main attributes is his attacking style. So in the games that I've watched, like whenever he receives the ball, and he gets the ball in loads of random different positions, because when he's playing in camp, he doesn't just sit in the centre trying to play off his striker. He plays off everyone on the team. So if Newcastle had it out on the left wing, then I'll see him trot over there and try and become like a third man in a little triangle with left back, left wing, and him, and he sort of does the work that some of the centre mids should be doing. And he always just tries to find little gaps where he can then receive the ball and turn. He doesn't. I don't think he doesn't mind receiving the ball when he has players on his back, but he likes to be able to receive the ball and then turn and go at them. So he'll always try and, like, if he has to, he'll drop quite far back to then receive the ball and then turn and have a go at them, because he has amazingly quick feet. He's just rapid himself, and he's surprisingly strong as well. And a lot of times when he gets the ball, he doesn't just do something for the sake of doing it. He doesn't just pass the ball for the sake of passing the ball. He'll always have like a motive. So if he's going to pass the ball, then it means he's going to make a run down the wings to try and make a 1-2, or he sees like an opportunity for a pass there. But oftentimes he'll try and at least take on a man first. He'll receive that ball, and even if he has 2-3 players around him, he'll try his best to try and get around them. And sometimes, often coming out with free kicks, or he actually gets around them, and he does really well. I think he is a very good dribbler of the ball, and he's very young as well. So I think a lot of teams might want him. I don't think he's going to stay at Newcastle this year. I think he would fit into a team that has a lot of commitment, because when I was watching him play yesterday especially, he was running around trying to press the defence or the midfield or what have you, and his team weren't really doing it around him. Newcastle was just kind of sitting back. It was, to be honest, it was a really boring game to watch anyway. But he works a lot harder than the rest of the Newcastle players were doing, and I think I hope he leaves Newcastle, because I think he can have a really good future at a different club. I'm thinking teams that like to sort of get in your face and sort of like have that sort of flair up top. I think one team that he could be really good for is Leicester. I think he could work really well with Vardy, because Vardy commits a lot on the defensive side. He tends to defend from the front really well, and Saint-Maximin can help that as well. But then also I think Saint-Maximin he just provides so much for the he'll provide so much for the Leicester midfield, because he moves left and right. He's all over the pitch wherever he's needed, and wherever he can find space, and I think he's just like a perfect player for them, I think. And I hope he moves to a team like Leicester. I think he could do well even in some top clubs. I think he just needs a bit more guidance and maybe a better coach. But I think he's definitely gonna leave Newcastle. I hope he does, because I think he's too good for Newcastle, to be honest. I just think he's really good in possession. Whenever he's got possession, whenever his team's got possession, he's always providing something. He's always providing an option, and he finds really good pockets of space where he can just then receive the ball and turn. He doesn't tend to do one touch play. He's he likes to grab the ball, hold it up, and see if he can find some options or take on a defender. And I think it's really good. He holds up the ball really well as well. That's another good thing is. If a team can actually get the ball up to him, he can hold on to that ball and can find some space and wait for his midfield to catch up with him and then play some good possession football. So I think overall, Saint-Maximin, I think he's going to be a very good player in the next few years, and I think I feel like he should leave Newcastle. He could go to a higher club and then be sent out on loan, like Chelsea like to do with a lot of players, is they buy them and then just send them out on loan until they get to the standard that they want. But I think, yeah, Saint-Maximin will definitely be leaving. I really hope he does. If he doesn't, then I think he might not be able to hit his peak that he could. So I hope maybe he'll go abroad, maybe he'll go into the French league, but we'll see. I hope you like this style of video. I might do it for a few more like player reviews. It's just a lot less sort of drawing and like tactics. It's more just me talking, more like a podcast style episode, I guess. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, please let me know, and any comments or feedback, please let me know as well. Thank you.